Okay, we're good.
Good? Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, we're going to say, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which is word of truth and sincerity, gospel according to the prayer.
Which one?
What did you say? Sorry?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, you get Romans 1 and 18.
Okay. Romans 1. Okay. Alright.
You know what's crazy, man? Honestly, like, even though this is a very small matter, spiritually it's deep because, like you don't just, whether it's just sincere or not, whatever, but you don't just ask a random question in the middle of something that's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just disrupts. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The scripture says, keep thy foot when thy goes into the house of the Lord. And do
Come
not
on.
to hear anything but the sacrifice of food.
God, you know what I mean? It's crazy because, like, this is how you know the society's messed up, man, because people who don't know what's going on or have no clue of what's going on, they're so free in that space. How are you so open to do as you will if you don't know what's going on in the environment?
Right.
You know? But that's a lack of wisdom, more confusion than anything else.
That's true. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 18. For the wrath of Yahweh Shai is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that day which may be known of God is manifest in them, for Yahweh Shai has showed it unto them.
That's right, man. You got people, just like the brother just read, those that have the truth are using it for ungodliness. You have many people like that who are in this world that understand the truth of the truth. For example, first of all, it's Esau. Esau knows the truth of scriptures, hence why he was able to speak all the lies he did, and subdue us under the lies. Because we didn't have understanding of who we were.
Yeah.
Right? If it wasn't for our apostles and their elders bringing out this truth, we would all still be lost. Calling ourselves Negroes, Latinos, North American Indians, and not understanding that we are the children of the Most High.
Yeah, and another example that in that movie, The Birth of a Nation, Nat Turner spoke about how that for every scripture that they use, there's another scripture that cuts them, which goes to show that Esau had read the scriptures in order to push out his, I'm a Christianity, upon us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knew how he can keep us down and suppress us and be like, here, see, this is what the Bible says.
Yeah.
This is what it's meant to do, to a master and so on and on. Not knowing that the roles are not the same, man. That the Lord Yahweh Shemashah the children of Israel above. Okay? But like you said, he knew the scripture, that's why he was able to see the lies, because it's a total opposite.
And man, you even got people men among our people who know the truth and are willfully speaking lies to keep our people in darkness for the sake of Esau. They're not even doing it for their own sake.
Yeah.
They're going to do it for the sake of Esau.
Yeah.
Some of these pastors, like, what's this one guy's name that he's a Jake, speaks a little bit about Israel in America.
T.D. Jakes?
Not T.D. Jakes, the lighter one. I forgot his name, but he kind of speaks about Israel a little
The
bit.
Muslim guy, right?
Yeah, with glasses.
Louis Farrakhan?
Yeah, Louis Farrakhan. Yeah. Like Farrakhan, like he's
a Jake.
He's a Jake, and he has a portion of the truth. Like he understands a portion of the truth. But instead of just speaking,
I like this, by the way. I really like this one. The 12 Tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Yeah, man.
cool, man.
Alrighty, next one.
Yeah. But instead of
He's
Yeah.
like, wow.
he's pretty surprised. But for Louis Farrakhan, instead of either just speaking the truth he knows that's to be true according to the scriptures, or saying or admitting that he doesn't know the complete truth, he rather speak a bit of the truth and mix it up with lies to gain money out of it.
Yeah.
And that's wicked.
Yeah, he's literally doing both. His
Yeah, he's doing both.
his what's it called? What's the word?
Missing?
Yeah, that too. But you know, it's almost like as if he's playing the role that Esau wants him to,
Yeah.
and he's getting money out of it, but he's also keeping our people down, or he's also telling our people a little bit of
A
truth.
little bit of
So
truth,
you know,
yeah.
he has one foot in and one foot out.
Yeah,
Right?
come on.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Because if he just
A
told,
couple agents in
right?
there, it's like,
Con, if he told the truth straightforward and no lies behind it, he would not have the thing that he does right now.
oh, he'd be in the truth.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, he'd be like us.
Yeah,
But that's why I see these people, they lack faith, man. Our people lack faith.
yeah,
All they have is fear and fear of man, not fear of the Most High and His Son.
yeah.
How about you know? They look at us, they see the state that we're in, they see the attention, the negative attention we get from the world for doing what we do, believing what we believe in, and professing what we professing the truth or professing our faith. And they're like, man, I don't know if I could do that. You know, that seems crazy. This guy lost his job. His whole family left him.
Yeah.
It's this minus 20, minus 25. You're still doing this stuff? You know, like, all Jake can think of is excuses as to why they shouldn't believe the truth instead of just believing the truth.
Yeah, and then go on from there and just,
Yeah.
you know,
But our people are weak.
yeah, and then just let the Lord, Yahweh Shai, take control, which the Lord already does take control. And the reason why the people don't think that they can do this because the Lord told them already. You know, it's like it's not for them, man.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing is that a lot of people, you know, they just want to stay, you know, in the state that they're in, man. You know, and it says, verse 20, for the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
You guys believe in the Bible or higher power?
Higher power, yeah.
Yeah?
Good.
What do you guys think on this sign here? I don't know if you guys can look at it at all. These are, according to the Bible, like biblical names on the right hand here, and name, and then the names on the left hand side is what they're called, being called
So
today.
we're called
Gad.
gas,
Yeah, which means true.
Troop.
troop.
Troop, or another word is warriors.
Warriors.
You know, because, you know, like the brother said, you know, these are our biblical nationality. The Soka Bible has, you know, taught us lies and told us who we are. You
Yeah.
know, he told majority of our people that we're black, but black is just a color, that's not a nationality, right? When you go back, you know, into the scriptures, the people that Moses led out of Egypt were us. You know, we're actually of the same families. You know, that's why we're oppressed together. We're put in slavery, just like how the Native Americans are treated like shit over here, though this is their land. It's the exact same things, you know, happen to the so-called Negroes in America because we're the exact same people. And, you know, our common enemy is the so-called white man. And it's just the truth.
Where are you here?
You know,
The so-called Negroes,
Oh,
Judah.
yeah, you know, yeah. Like, you know, I'm this brother right here, he's like, you know, I'm a he's
you're Judah.
yeah, you know, and then, you know, I'm from the tribe of Levi. You know, like,
Have you guys heard of the RFID, the Mark of the Beast? Have you ever heard anything about? You guys go to church or?
Yeah, well,
You do?
I used to a long time ago. But
Yeah. You ever heard of RFID chip? No. You want to get that in the scriptures real quick?
Yeah.
So there's a chip. The main point of this, other than just, you know, letting our people know that they're not their true nationality according to the scriptures. Other than that, the main point is that this society, when it comes to the dollar, is crumbling, and there's going to be new currency through electronics, and the RFID chip is the main thing that's going to push that, which stands for radio frequency identification device. So you put it in animals so far right now, just in case you lose your animal or your pet. Sooner or later, they're going to stop and do away with cash completely, and everything's going to be electronic.
Already doing that.
They're
I've
already
seen
doing
that.
it.
Yeah,
The
it's
scanners
yeah,
back.
exactly.
Even in that one office building,
Yeah,
everybody just walks in.
Yeah,
goes
you're
in.
right.
And you know, the thing is now, if you take that scenario and you dissect it, the pros and cons. So pros, they'll say is, okay, if your child gets abducted, guess what? We have a tracking device in it. in him. So now that situation can be alleviated right away. Or this, that, and the third. If somebody robs you, people can't steal money from you because now everything is a biometric device. But the one main thing that they don't tell you is that you lose complete freedom. That's almost like selling your soul to this society.
Yeah.
Because let's say, as soon as you get into trouble and you owe the government something and you can't do what you gotta do to pay it up, you're sincerely in trouble, but they want their money. They can shut everything off just because they have it in you.
We already do that
Yeah, they already do
here
that,
in
right?
Canada.
Yeah,
Yes.
they already do that. It's like now, it's just, I guess this is just like the cherry on top. They're solidifying complete control.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that it's in the Bible that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which shows you there's power behind the scriptures. There's power behind the Bible, if understood correctly.
Yeah.
And many people have their way of interpreting this book.
Yeah. It's just
That's why we're all here.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fair.
right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
One extent or another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Anybody got
Yeah.
smoke at the bottom?
You know, like everyone is here for a reason. You know, the reason
give me a
behind it
couple
is that
bucks
people
for
don't
your
understand what their roles are, but
I'll give you a
the
couple
Lord
bucks
tells
for
you,
your
that we're gonna get to a time where this is gonna be something that's gonna be global, right?
Yeah.
All right.
This is
yeah.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16.
All right.
And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
So that mark, and that's the incision of the chip.
In the Hebrew, it's paragma,
Yeah.
which
Sounds
means
like a
to
dog.
actually cut you and insert something inside of you.
Which makes sense because we already have marks right now. If you talk about your symptom.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
fuck,
just
I'm
everybody's
going to
in
hell.
well, the funny thing about that is that's why it's good to understand this, just so that, in all honesty, like whether you believe in things that are outside of you or
There, go on.
not,
$4 there for your smoke.
the truth is that there's something that happens.
Thank you.
Oh, everything is from this
There's
place.
a lot of tension on this planet.
I got you.
It's only a matter of time before that can bust.
Thank you so much for the
I
coffee.
just want to make sure you're
All the way
with
here.
the right
Thank you.
side in the family so that we're safe. Right? So that's why understanding the truth, or really time will tell what is the truth, but having something that's solidified in you when it comes to your faith should be the prime, the prime objective
Yeah.
when you really start to think about it.
Yeah, because when you look at it, like we're living in a time where everything is literally crumbling. Like the earth itself is dying because of the people that are ruling and the people that are doing the things behind it. Like the air that we breathe is, they put chemicals, the water that we drink, fluoride. Literally people are slowly dying. It's because of the person that's ruling, the person that's on top, and who the one called Jesus Christ. When he comes back, he's going to come back and redeem his people. The only people that actually need to be delivered are the people that are poor, the people that are at the bottom, right? And that's these people right here, What does a so-called white man living in Beverly Hills need to be saved from?
Yeah.
He's already living in his heaven, man. But that's the thing, right, is that, we have to understand that we're living in a time where you have the poor and the rich. And the scriptures talks about that parable of the poor man and
And the rich man.
and the rich man. You know what I mean? And that's exactly where we're at right now. But going back to the chip, it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
So that's how you know it's going to be a certain kind of currency. It's
Yeah.
going to be a currency of some sort. And that's how and now when you connect the dots, you can correlate that with the article on YouTube. And if you look up its primary use is currency. Through, they actually even want to in place of one world religion, one world government, one world currency, everything being one, but that just means that 1% control the rest.
So you guys come out of where? Do you have a church here or
No,
something?
well, this is the church.
This is church.
This is as much as churches we do.
Yeah.
But we have these other camps in different parts of the world that are preaching the same thing. New York, they got some in overseas too. So it's just like when you read the Bible and you connect the dots, it's hard to deny what's in there, and it's hard to deny.
I watch The Simpsons, and spot on with
Yeah.
Trump.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they had the 9/11 episode before 9/11.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ahead. You can't just let that fly over your head. There's something going on with the higher echelons.
Or even
of
with
our
the
world.
mall by that ball or the globe.
Yeah. And the thing is that the rich run this world and the banking families.
Rothschild.
Yeah,
Right,
the
the Rothschilds,
Rockefellers, yeah.
Rockefellers. These guys go back to a certain kind of, and you know, we say so-called white man and stuff like that, but really when you talk, when we bring up the scriptures, it's about the spirit in the man.
And then so what does this mean here?
So this is just Hebrews. This is just so the Lord's name in Hebrew.
Oh,
Yahweh. So that's another thing. Yahweh Shai. Sorry, yeah. That's another thing is that calling on the name of God in Jesus Christ is not accurate for the true name of the Lord and the Son. Just because those names are actually in English, and one, Jesus, the letter J came out in the 1500s.
Yeah.
When he was alive, there was no letter J. And if you look at the Hebrew, his nationality is Hebrew, so in the Hebrew people call Yahweh Shai, not Jesus Christ. Now there is a man though that did understand the story of Jesus Christ, and he's named by Cesare Borgia, who had a relationship with Leonardo DiCaprio and Michelangelo.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Two great painters.
Yeah,
And
who
what-
put this image to be, the God of the earth, or the God that everyone should worship.
Yeah,
Which that's false.
his
Yeah, because I
father.
was just saying to him when we were walking by, I said, like, we were always portrayed that he
Yeah,
was,
that he was a white
God,
man.
Yeah.
So those, for me, those are, keeping those pillars oppression alive, right?
Exactly.
White
That's exactly. It's white supremacy.
supremacy.
That's literally what it is.
So because of our positionality,
Yeah.
we fit in a structure
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they brought over, which is a feudal system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Now the one thing I had a question about
Yeah.
was a guy from Palestine. I said, okay, since I've read your Quran about 7-8 times already, and when you're doing the Salat, people back then must have did the Salat instead of, just standing there and praying.
Well, now, yeah. You know, it's funny. The scriptures talk about praying in open. Those who
Oh
pray in
yeah.
open.
In the book of Matthew.
Yeah, because now there's a thing like you can pray in the open, be on the streets and do all that, but when you do all that, let's be real. You're doing it for attention. Keep it saying it's not honorable. It's sincerity. Right now, what the Bible says about praying to the Most High is doing it in secret. If he's the only opinion you care about, why would you do it in public? Really, when you think about it. So that's how you know they have a different vibration about
The only place I know where they're doing a lot of real praying is inside that casino. I'm not quite sure where it's at right now. But any other place, they're just faking.
Yeah.
You know? That's true prayer.
Yeah. See right here it says in the book of Matthew 6:6. It says, "But when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which is in secret shall reward thee openly.
Yeah.
And when ye pray, use not vain repetition, as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking."
So really, the Lord said, just get to the point.
Yeah.
If you have something that has to be, just has to be.
Yeah.
Get straight to the point. And
He already
make it
knows what
very
he's going to
simple.
say.
He
Yeah.
knows before you even ask him.
Exactly. So that's why he says just get to the
And that's
point.
what it says in the Bible too, is that your Father already knows what you want before you can ask Him.
Yeah.
So He said, "What when you pray, you should pray at home, with your family
You
or
don't
by
need
yourself.
a church.
You don't
You
need to
don't
come
need
out
all
here
these
and
other
hold
things
hands.
that
Yeah.
People are gonna see that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it's almost the same thing as if you give someone a gift, you don't want to go tell everyone, "Hey, I gave so and so a gift."
Yeah.
You should just let that between,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you don't
Pay
have
it
to
forward.
exactly,
Yeah, you
right?
know?
And then it says that your Father in heaven will reward you openly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I keep on telling him because he does a lot of things for people and he's like, I don't get the gratification I need.
But yet I
he'll
look
get
at it, I don't need that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
In fact, I've been telling my partner, I'm a private person.
Yeah.
And privacy is something that we don't get
Yeah.
because of our jobs, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
And like I heard a quote once, and it said, a wise man once said nothing.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
right? And
I'm getting there.
yeah.
Hey, anyway, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Have a good day.
Now you'll get us all talking again.
Yeah.
We're gonna be politically correct.
Right on.
That's right. Yeah, that's Jake, man. Came in humble, we're gonna be humble with them too. Because like you guys have people see, those so-called parties, Israel said they just getting everybody, Hey, that's not
what's
us.
funny though? It's the funny thing is, that's how you know they're good scoffers that demonize us. Because they'll only scoff the scenarios that they see us talk to people who disagree with us.
That's why
you know?
they edit videos and they show the bad side, right?
They don't watch.
They don't show the whole
watch the whole thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's the same thing, bro. Like,
Of course, if they did, then the whole world would see that we're balanced.
Exactly.
We're being righteous.
Exactly.
They want to see that.
Exactly.
They want to see that.
They want to show the part where we're being aggressive because the person came in aggressive to us. You got different stuff. It's like I was gonna say. It's the same thing, right? When you keep provoking someone, one day they're gonna be like, "Look, man, leave me alone," right? Just that reaction shows that they have emotions. So if you got, someone come on here, right, and they scoff at us, they try to, do this and that to us, we're going to defend ourselves. Now, does that mean that we're going to get physical with you? No.
Unless you put your hands
Right?
on us.
Right? Unless you put your hands on us, but we're going to talk back if you talk this shit to us. We're not just going to stand here, and do nothing. That's Babylon, man.
You know what's crazy? That's like every 15 minutes in Babylon.
noise.
Being here.
Right? Just noise.
Noise, confusion.
Come on. Going back to, what was that reading? I believe.
Romans.
Romans, yeah, you're right, yeah. Romans chapter 1 verse 20 now. It says, "For the invincible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse."
You'll read that all the time.
Huh. For the Romans chapter 1 verse 20, "For the invincible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen."
You know what an example of that? An example of that is the truth. You can't put the truth is tangible, is both tangible and untangible. There's things like, for instance, it's true that this brother's here. I can touch that.
Yeah.
But is it true whether his spirit is righteous or not? Obviously, he's doing the work. But like just an example.
Yeah.
How would you know? Right? That's why people, for instance, for example, people really connect to vibes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but really they're connected to the truth of that person, which is the spirit of that person.
Yeah.
Esau wants that kind of power. He understands that the Most High has that power, and he wants that for himself. That's why the trip is going to be huge for him, because it's going to be a biometric type of technology. And the idea is to connect the being of the person with the technology, the soul of the technology.
Yeah.
Just like in Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. That's the spirit, yeah.
But
That's the spirit.
but like on the good side too, we starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, on down to us younger brothers, we're an example of the Most High's intangible truth, because it's being made tangible through us. And we're speaking it. Because if we never spoke this truth, this would never be out here. Like beginning with our apostles and their elders, it never would be out here. Like I said earlier, we would still be Gentiles and ignorant. Completely ignorant.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that the Lord just happened to use us, to do that. Because the scripture says that the Lord could use up rocks to raise children unto Abraham or unto Moses, right?
It's crazy.
So it goes to show you that everything happens under the will of Yahweh Shai, and we're just grateful that the Lord is using us as his vessel to push his truth out there. Because that's the thing that some people want the Lord to come down himself and be like, hey, that's wrong, go right.
Like the Lord Most High does not cater to you.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's pride, man. People think that, people sincerely in their heart believe the Most High is going to cater to them, especially you fucking women.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Women feel like the Most High is going to cater to you Wait, but he created you to be our toy.
Yeah.
He's gonna cater to you.
Hey, there's a scripture that says that the Lord speaks with thunder and
Yeah.
and so on, right?
Yeah.
So if the Lord just came down, or if the Lord just happened to appear and just like breathe,
Yeah.
just to say a word,
Yeah.
this whole thing would be destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be in the middle of saying, "Don't, Victor."
Everything.
Yeah, we destroyed.
Right.
Well, man, that happened back in the time of
Yeah,
Egypt.
yeah. They're like, no.
Yeah,
But
they
Moses
told
wanted to
Moses.
talk to you now, Moses.
Yeah.
But they're talking shit before.
Yeah, yeah.
They want to deal straight with the Lord.
Yeah, and the Lord is show them.
Yeah.
He didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
He just his presence was there, and they're already telling Moses, "Let us talk to you so that we don't die."
Yeah. Hey man, there's certain things, man, that the Lord
Man, you
wants
guys are not
done.
ready, man.
The Lord wants things done a certain way.
In a
Hey,
certain fashion.
come on. I was reading the book of Joshua, and when the Lord told the Israelites, right, to go into the city, and to destroy everything, okay, and and don't take anything with you, right? There was a family, or there was a man who had children, wife, cattle, and so on and on, who was an Israelite, right? Who hid, some garments, some, jewels, of silver and gold and so on and on. He hid it with them. He took it, right? And the Lord told Joshua pretty much, that someone stole, and so, the order was given unto Joshua to go and find who it was. And once that individual, that was the Jake that was found, that took of these things, he admitted it, right? And he said that he kept it under his tent. So then Joshua sent, the rest of the people that were in office with them to go and see if it was true, right? And they found everything. And that man, his children, his cattle, and everything, they were all put to death.
Everything,
right?
No trace.
In the presence of everyone else, just to show you that that's not what you should do.
Yeah.
So going back to what I was saying is that if the Lord, for example, let's just say that the Lord comes down here, bro, you know how filthy you are? You can just look at him,
Come on.
like you're just wicked. You just automatically drop dead. You know what I mean? So the Lord wants things done a certain way, and if you don't do that, do it that way, there's consequences that you must hold, with that, man. So our people don't know what they're dealing with when they want the Lord, or when they think that they want the Lord to come down and tell them, because they haven't seen the signs.
Well, this is
that they
really
pray for.
it's the lack of respect
faith,
for the prophets. They don't respect
The prophets. Yeah, they didn't respect Moses.
Yeah, they didn't respect
Right?
Moses.
Yeah.
They didn't respect Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
So they're definitely gonna not respect us. And it's funny because that's the Most High. Us coming to them is the Most High showing mercy. There's a scripture about that too. Anyways.
Yeah. Alright. Verse 21. Because that's when they knew Yahweh Bashim Hashad, they glorified him not as the Lord Yahweh Bashim Hashad, neither were thankful, but became.
So we were at a time where we knew the Most High's name. It's such it's such clearness to a point now. It's kind of like only the people who are in the truth know the Most High's name.
Yeah.
We don't have that relationship that we used to have as a nation with the Most High anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
My family were touched.
Oh,
So-
is that right?
Oh,
We
wow.
got
Appreciate
coffee
it,
money.
Hey,
man.
thanks,
Much
man.
appreciated. Thank
Yeah.
you, brother.
Hey man, like in the scripture says, when the Lord, was in the scene, he said, if you give any one of these little children, a cup of cold water, that you should not lose your reward in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
Letting him
Yeah, do a come out there.
all the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
That's right, man.
That's funny because that should be often.
Yeah.
But that's like, when's the last time we've talked to a family, a whole family, that actually understand
yeah,
this,
yeah.
take away from something,
Yeah.
take something away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've only been out here for 6 years.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, brothers and elders, apostles who've been on here for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Hey man, the Yahushua said the laborers are few, man.
Yeah.
Really few.
Yeah, and the Lord said, what, he's gonna take one out of a, one out of a family,
Yeah,
two out of the city.
Two out of
You know
the
what I
city.
mean?
Yeah, come on.
So, hey man, with
No, not talking to you.
Oh,
man.
sorry,
Yeah,
that-
don't worry about it.
yeah, so pretty much, with what just happened, that family can be delivered, all of them.
Yeah,
You know?
come on.
Hey, you never know, man. The Lord works like that, man.
Yeah.
The Lord honestly works like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So it's all up to Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
We just gave them, just a little bit, and they were able to, be like, okay, fine, it makes sense. And then they moved on. That's it. That's all they need. That's their lot.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't have to know that Yahweh was Solomon.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have to know that.
You know what, man? That's Kiss, right? Keep it simple.
Yeah, okay, keep it simple.
Man, you have to, that's a very good point,
Yeah.
though, man. Like, spiritually,
Yeah.
not to get off topic or anything, but spiritually, on a side point, when you speak in this truth, man, man, there's a whole chapter in Sirach about controlling the tongue.
Yeah,
You know that when, like, in speaking, and letting your words be that of seasoning.
Yeah.
Understanding that, like, the flow of the conversation, knowing, like, we weren't gonna go and start talking about reincarnation.
Yeah.
Right? The man bring out hell. We weren't gonna start talking about hell. It's like, we kind of, you go with the spirit. But that happens if you're preaching in sincerity.
Yeah.
See, if I was preaching for my own gain, let's say, and I wanted to show off, rather, I would have been like, okay, your brother, oh yeah, well, I would have been bringing things out that have nothing to do with what he wants to know.
Yeah.
Because what he wants to know is what the Most High wants him to know. Because spiritual,
Yep, that's very true. Very true.
That's something that, these pastors don't have control over if they're wicked tongues.
Yeah, hey, I
They let
just,
that shit ramble all day.
yeah,
It's all day.
that's true, man, because I just came from his funeral yesterday, right, in Asma City, Lucia, right, and I think it's Pastor David.
Pastor David?
Yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, so pretty much.
Oh, I thought he was the one who died.
No.
I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
but he was, there, doing the service or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And bro,
The guy talking.
I don't know what he said until now, but I just remember the congregation, people like, yeah, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he saying?
Yeah,
Right? Like, you guys even understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it goes to show you, right? Like, what it's saying is that, these pastors are slick.
Yeah.
Like they say many words, but they don't say anything.
Yeah.
Because
They
the
don't
people,
say anything.
right? Because the people that actually go there to learn, and the people that are actually open-minded, right? Or so like, not the people that are open-minded, but the people that actually have the knowledge, right, and they understand the truth, and they go out there, just to kind of see, like what's
What the
gonna
hell's
go,
going on, yeah,
right?
what do you
right?
know, yeah.
It's so easy, bro, to be like, this guy full of shit,
pick
man.
out, man,
He's full of shit. You know what I mean?
The truth, you could really pick out. You could pick out wickedness,
Yeah.
nonsense.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
It's honestly easy to just be able to decipher or to figure it out.
You know what it's like hearing the truth from the pastor and then hearing the truth from the men, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. It's like being served. Fish, and the one fish, you have two fishes. One fish has no bones. All the bones are taken out for you. All you have to do is chew on the meat.
Yeah.
And then the pastor, he gives you the meat, but there's bones in there too. So you're biting, when you're eating fish and you're biting and you get the bone stuck in your gum, you're like, that hurts. And you pull it out and shit. It's the same thing. Even swallowing that shit, cut your throat out. You swallow the meat and the bone, cut your throat out.
Yeah.
If you listen to what they say, they'll destroy your life.
Yeah.
You listen to what we say, it might save your life.
Yeah.
You never know. We're not promising salvation, but we're promising the truth.
Yeah. And then you do, what you were given with.
Yeah, man. We're looking for a savior too.
Yeah.
And it's not wise to think that, unlike the so-called Christian community, it's not wise to think that you're already saved when the destruction hasn't even come yet.
Yeah.
But every person that goes to church will say, yeah, I'm saved through my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And 9 times out of 10, they're Jake.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta be out here, man.
That's right. That's right. And it says, Romans 1 verse 21, because that when they knew Yahweh Bashim Shai, they glorified him not as Yahweh Bashim Shai, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts was darkened.
Yeah. So their mind, when they started to stray away from the Most High, the further we got away from the Most High spiritually, the darker our minds became. The darker our spirit became. Right? Because it's only 2 sides of a coin: the righteous side and the wicked side. And you'll find Jake trying to do both. Like, you know, I remember a long time ago we used to joke about how Jake will do sin, but he had a turtle dove in his left pocket. You know what I mean? That's Jake.
Yeah.
Always trying to do both.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
trying to get away with the carnal things, but yet be accepted from the Most High in the spiritual way.
Yeah, that was talked about in the scriptures, right?
Yeah,
You know?
that actually happened in the
Yeah,
scriptures.
and that's, you know, that's one of the reasons why the Lord, you know, did away with the sacrifices. You
Yeah,
know, of your sins, and you know, used the Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, to be the last, you know, and final,
Sacrifice.
yeah, you know,
Yeah, that's right.
sacrificial lamb.
Sacrificial lamb, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because our people are like that. You know, they always try to find the leeway
Double standards.
to get everything that they want.
Yeah, man, they have double standards. See, the Most High doesn't have double standards. There is one standard, one expectation, and that's it. It tells you, man, this whole book tells you the duty of man. What we're to do. Yeah, that's it. You know, it's not like, oh, okay, we're supposed to keep it. What if we keep his commandments in this scenario? And what about, okay, you say we can't eat pork, but what if this doesn't have this in there? It's like, yo, why are you like asking so many, like you're trying to find excuses, you're trying to find holes. It's something that you know is true.
Yeah, and that's the thing too about it. It's like, if you're
Well,
a
that means
teacher,
you're not meant for this thing.
right? Yeah, if you're a coach, for example, right, and you have 2 players, right, that you're about to coach. One who is straightforward, they listen to everything that you do, they don't question it, they fully understand that you have more experience and that you're not going to lie to them and that you're going to teach them everything that they should know and that you learn to a T, right? Not saying that you can't ask questions, but if you have that player that is focused, okay, they have one goal in mind, and that's to reach a certain level of,
Strength.
yeah, right. You know, like and so on and on, right? And then you have another player who, you know, kind of goes out there, you know, does their own thing, always asking you questions. Well, why? You know, pretty much.
Doing his own thing.
Yeah, you know, doing his own thing. You try to correct it, that doesn't listen, right? Come on, man. As a coach, you're gonna want that player who actually wants to do things your way.
Yeah, you're not gonna care about the other one who has the audacity.
Want to do their own thing.
Yeah, has the audacity to question you while having the nerve to do their own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna listen to me, do what I say. If you're gonna ask me questions about what I'm telling you to do as I say.
Yeah.
But Israel, they don't want to listen to the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, if Israel will be going through hell and asking why, but yet they don't want to come into the truth.
Yeah. Or they'll be going through hell asking why, and they're doing the exact same thing. Over and over, right? That's the definition of insanity, right?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and expecting a different result, right? You know, that's the same thing with the Lord, right? That's yeah. That's just an example. That's the same thing with the Lord. The Lord's gonna want His men that are keep His commandments. That's why the brother, you know, quoted. The scripture tells us the whole duty of man is to keep the Lord's commandments, right? Yeah. To serve the Lord and to keep His commandments. That's your duty as a man.
That's right.
You know?
That's it.
And it says, verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man.
And it does that in one way, in many ways than one. Mm-hmm. You know, they did it with Yahweh Shai, you know, painting him as this effeminate, Caucasian, Edomite-looking, you know, man with long brown hair and blue eyes. You know.
Yeah.
with a very weak, you know, and woman-like figure outlook. Guy,
Feminine.
in every picture you see him doing this thingy. It's like, yo, who, like, what man, like, what man of the Lord can be doing that? Like, what kind of nonsense is that?
You know, and they always, and like, you know,
It's always, yeah.
they always have a sun, you know,
A halo, yeah,
right?
around his head.
Which goes to show you, you know, like that all goes back to the worshiping of the sun, right?
Yeah, sun
You know?
god.
And
Back in Egypt.
you know,
It's Egyptians.
you're right. Okay. Even when they have him in the movies, you know, when they have him, you know, playing that role of when,
The aura.
yeah, right. Okay. You know, even like, you know, when he's talking about how soft, you know, he is, you know, Jesus, right? Even in the movies when they have him playing the role of when the Lord went into the temple and he saw men, you know, pretty much buying and selling in the house of the Lord, right? When he got mad and he started to, like, you know,
Yeah, throwing the table.
yeah, the tables around. Even when they have him playing that role, he was being soft and nice. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yo, but this dude right here, yo, whip you.
Yeah,
Come over here.
yeah,
you know,
man.
you're pissed. Kick your
Yeah.
shit up, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's a man, bro, right there. Manly. You know, masculine. All spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
No one to fuck around with, man. You know?
Don't get it twisted, man. The most Yahushua, who you all ignorantly call Jesus Christ, it's not in a mind state of happiness and forgiveness for people who he knows don't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, and the truth is, it's like if you're not, and everybody knows when they're being wicked and when they're not.
Yeah.
It's in the spirit.
Yeah.
So it makes sense when the scriptures say that that they shall bemoan him when they see him. Because they now, all their sins, you can't really hide your sins anymore when Yahweh Shai comes. It's already hard enough for you guys to hide your sins, but we're here preaching. That's why you hate us. Because we bring them out. When Yahweh Shai comes, you're going to be forced to look at your own demons. And deal with the consequences of your actions.
Yep. That's true, man.
Like, you can't hide yourself when Yahweh Shai actually gets to see.
Yeah,
Like, what are you going to do then?
that's the thing. Like right now, people got their own opinions.
Yeah,
You know, they have.
You know how much of these guys are just finished cursing us in their spirit?
Yeah, right. Like right now, we're living in a time, right? Like I said, people got their own opinions, their own ways of thinking, etc., right? It's almost like as if, you know, you got two siblings, you know, arguing. This is my toy. No, that's mine. You know, mom bought that for me. No, that got it. You know what I mean? And then until the father or the mother enters the house and puts things back in order, that's the final say.
Yeah.
We're living in a time where when Yahushua comes, then your sins will be revealed, and that's the
Yeah.
final say. You can't say
you
shit.
can't
That's
say
why you're
shit.
gonna like lose your fucking mind, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you can't see anything else because it's
Yeah.
being revealed right in front of you, and the Lord is the creator of everything, so therefore He has the final say. You know what I mean? That's the same thing, man. You know? It's the same thing that we're living in. And it says, verse 23, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things.
Yo, so this image, yo, in Acts, he said that he should not meet thee as a man, right? But this image is compared to as four-footed beasts and human and creatures on the land. But this is supposed to be Yahweh. This is supposed to be the son of the Most High. That's bullshit. This is Esau's pride. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Esau has enough pride to blaspheme Yahweh Shai. And it's crazy because they know that Yahweh Shai is the complete opposite of this. Of this is hence why they know how to make this. How to make this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yet you Edomites and you fucking Jakes want us to you two-thirds want us to forget about what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, well, why you guys always bringing this stuff up? Oh, you're still doing this? It's like, yo, you're still trying to forget about this? You know?
Hey, you know.
Ignorance really is bliss.
Yeah. You know, here it is. You know, they still, you know, mourn for the people that died in 9/11 or the so-called Holocaust, right? But when we bring up slavery, you know, and what happened here, you know, to the so-called Native American Indians, right? We're crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know what I
Double
mean?
standards.
It doesn't make any sense. Right? But anyways, man, that's just another topic, but goes to show you how crazy these people are, right? And it says, verse 24, wherefore Yahweh Bashem El Shai also gave them unto uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. You know? Like, see that?
Yeah.
Like Esau's going back
Yeah.
to his natural state,
Yeah.
being a fuck up.
Yeah, dude.
And it says, who changed the truth of the Lord Yahweh Bashem El Shai into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever a month. For this cause Yahweh Bashem El Shai gave them unto vile affection, for even their woman they changed the natural use into that which is unseemly. Like a natural use into that which is against nature.
Right.
And likewise also the men use leaving the natural use of the woman.
Leaving the natural use of the word means you're a homosexual.
Yeah.
You're an abomination. The natural use of the woman is to reprocreate. So when you go away from that, one, you're not going to reprocreate, and that's unnatural. Because giving life and giving birth is natural. Doing the opposite isn't. So that's one cut to say that no matter what you can say, homosexuality is not right. No matter what, even if you say that they were born that way, doesn't matter.
They're not born.
Even if they were, even if they were given that, because technically they're right, they were given that spirit. And even if you were given that spirit because of what you did in the past life. So there's more that you don't know. There's you can't get away from it. This is true.
The Lord sent you back a faggot.
Yeah, literally, man, that shit happened. Like sometimes, bro, at first.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's a judgment
That's heavy judgment.
within yourself right there, right? Yeah, that's nasty.
Because it's kind of true, man. These guys, some of these people, when you watch these different documentaries on Esau interviewing homosexuals, the way they speak about it, first of all, they're describing their demons. And two, the way they speak about it, it's like, yo, I've been born with this demon since I came out the womb. It's like, yo, some of these guys, like, yo, I believe
always
it.
knew since I was 2.
You know, yeah.
You knew by 10 when you were 2, but that spirit was in them.
Yeah, for some reason you had feelings towards the same sex. You just didn't know how to articulate that, but you knew it. So you know what, man? Yo, there's some of these guys that okay because of punishments from the past.
Yeah. The Lord does people dirty, man.
Yeah, man, heavy.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Right? Sent you back a faggot, bro. Like, you're gonna be a faggot.
Yeah, man, because who knows what they were doing? You know, who knows what these people were doing?
Yeah. That's right. And it says right here, it says, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burnt in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their own, of their error, which was meat.
So what's the recompense of our own error? Well, since, men decide to go sleep with other men,
AIDS.
now women have AIDS, yeah? No, there's AIDS, yeah.
So-called AIDS.
Yeah, what's called diseases and illnesses, AIDS. And now women have power over us. Because we decide to go do what they're doing. Really, we're acting like them. They lack, well, we're acting like beasts, really. Out here sleeping with the same sex and doing all that kind of stuff. And then complain why women run everything. Well, it's because men act like boys.
They act like little girls.
Well, they act like little girls. Exactly, even worse.
Little girls.
Yeah, come on. Some of these men you see in this kingdom, and they're Jake, and you look at them, they're like, 5'5", no meat on their body, and then it's like, yo, I know you get, and they might have all this money, but yo, I know your woman saps you dry of your money. That's supposed to be an Israelite man. It's like, holy crap, at least work out, do something, man. Esau's, that's what Esau's trying to do. His plan is to make women of our men and men of our women. That's the ultimate confusion.
And it says, verse 28. And even as they did use, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh Shai in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh Shai, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Man, just broke down all the category of wicked ass niggas, man.
Yeah, really. They have pleasure in doing all those type of things.
Yeah.
Hating Yahweh, going against the scriptures, and doing everything that their flesh tells them that tells them to do.
Yeah.
Really, serving Esau is more fun in this kingdom than serving the Most High, the Son.
Yeah.
That's why when you're not serving the former, when you're not doing the former, serving Esau, you're hated, and you're like that kid who doesn't do anything fun in the playground. Don't hang out with him. He's not doing something. He's not doing anything. He's reading that book. It's called the Scriptures. But that's a part of our lot, right? This thing with this truth will be a lot more not difficult, but would be difficult, but a lot worse if we actually had to care. If we cared about what you people thought.
That's true.
The funny thing is we don't care because we just you shouldn't at least get to a point where you understand enough not to be chasing your environment. You should master yourself to master your environment instead of trying to master your environment to master yourself. This environment is wicked, so how can you rely on it to purify you?
Yeah.
Without you having the truth.
Yeah, to give you confirmation that what you're doing is right.
It's right.
When you're teaching in a wicked society.
It can't.
You don't need that.
It can't.
Right?
That's what happens, man. A lot of brothers men get into the truth, and they're still, their spirit is still in the state of chasing the world. And chasing things of the world, which means they lack patience. Because when you come to the truth, you get stripped of everything. You come in naked. You come in naked, and if you leave naked. Or wearing hundreds of demons.
That was it on that chapter.
That was it. Oh yeah, was it on that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, Con. Okay, Con, so with that, we're going to close up. We're going to say,
Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kodash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Salutation to the elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to the wicked kingdom, the two-fifths of Israel, and Esau as well. Shalom.
Shalom.